to the big house, Michigan Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the West Virginia Mountaineers and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
When you talk about iconic stadiums in college football, the Big House has to be at the top of your list. One of the most unique stadiums. It is nestled down in the ground. It is loud. It is fun. Ann Arbor has one of the finest stadiums in college sports. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. The Wolverines ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a crease. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. Runs through the tackle. A solid pickup there. Works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds. Third and 6 yards to go. Hits inside. It's Butler. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, the offense trying to catch him off guard a little bit, running that draw play, but the defense wasn't fooled. Everybody stayed in their lane, and they're able to get the tackle for loss.
Kick is in the air. There is a lot of real estate in front of this offense as the ball is touched dead at the 5.
Nice job. A little hang time, getting it up in the air. It's coming inside the 10. That thing goes inside the 5-yard line. That is exactly how you draw it up.
They're backed up. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. Hand it to the back. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Motion from the back. Running inside. It's Underwood. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football.
Picked off. A turnover in their own end. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Mountaineers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game.
West Virginia, 7. Michigan,
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Wolverines offense heads out ready to go on the attack. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Underwood. They're all over it.
And this is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit. And if he's out here now seeing ghosts, he's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You've got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
And this offense doesn't have much space to go backwards anymore, right? They've given that up, man. You got to be physical. You got to find a way to get this ball out of the area of your own end zone. You don't want to flirt with the safety, and that means being physical and getting your back downhill, not going backwards.
Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. And the Wolverines will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Looking for room. Can they catch him? He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. West Virginia starts this drive, and the offense looks ready to go. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. It's hard to find a place these days that the Big Ten doesn't touch geographically, but there's a lot of crossover with the Big Ten and Big 12, and plenty of bragging rights on the line when their schools meet.
You think about Nebraska, once upon a time being in the Big 12, now in the Big 10 too. These conferences also recruit in similar areas too. So this game is interesting, David, because a lot of these players, they're familiar with each other from high school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, from experience, you hate that. Like, you get to know each other, you go to the other school, like, you're now my enemy. You're not my friend anymore. So a chance to prove it, a chance for the Big 12, who's been kind of pillaged and pulled apart at times, sometimes by the Big 10. Let's go out and make a statement today.
This one's complete. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a first down in the red zone. And the Mountaineers have pushed it inside the 20. Sends it back in motion. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Michael Hawkins. The screen, he can go. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Tight end now in motion. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Back has it. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Moving out to the right. They're working that left side. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Wolverines will hustle to the line. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Here's Underwood to throw. Moves to his right. Trying to make magic with his feet. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. From the gun.
These last 2 plays really are a microcosm of why this guy is so dangerous as a dual-threat quarterback. He showed you the arm talent, he showed you the accuracy on the previous completion, and then on this play it's not open, so he takes off and runs and gets it. There's so many different ways this guy can affect you as a defense because of his athleticism, man. He is a special talent.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He's changing the play. Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd down is a big factor in games. It's something I know this offense in particular practices often throughout the week, but they just haven't been able to get it done so far in this game on these critical downs. That time, quarterback can't link up with his guy, and they've got to find a better way of being more efficient on 3rd.
The incomplete pass, 4th down, fails, and they'll turn it over.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Butler. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Pulls it. He'll toss it. Finding some, headed to the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. Great job by the back on the option. PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Wolverines want to crank the tempo. Gets the back moving. Throwing, Underwood. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
This is not going to get any easier. You're already down. You know it's passing situation. Man, you got to protect your quarterback, and they can't do it. This has not been a great day early for this offense.
Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. They go play action. Bryce Underwood rolls right. He's going to run it. Powers through the defender. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Making the adjustment on the play. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Across the 45. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat. And the Wolverines have their offense in high gear. Quick give. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run. 6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4.
And finally, we see a little bit of that, which we talked about coming into this football game. Like we highlighted.
Oh, a lot of space. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he's not going to take the touchback. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Back's got it on the screen. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
They'll send the back in motion. This is a designed run. There he goes. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
This coaching staff was trying to identify playmakers on offense early this year. How about the start of the season this guy has had? Scored in their first game. He scored early in this one. Defenses up to this point don't have any answers for this guy.
And they knocked through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So here comes the Michigan offense. There's no question this team is reeling, down 28-7, and they have to find a way to get a score on the board with this drive. Going to take a shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for a gap. It's Butler. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on 3rd down expecting him to get the ball again.
Motion from the back. Motion from the wide receiver. That defense was a wall, and I think they're going to stop him a little bit short of this first down. I'm not sure this was ever a real decision. They'll go for it on 4th and inches. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Mountaineers! On to attempt the try. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. Looks like he's going to try to return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for running room. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Takes a hit as he fires. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Tough run here. It's Butler. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They want to run this quarterback. Quarterback slides, and he's got it up for the 1st down.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We start with a look at LSU taking on the number 12 team, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. And it's the Tigers looking to make it 3 straight to start the new year. They're already on top in the first half.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it. I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know it.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Fires to the wideout. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to on that throw and catch for the first down?
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Play action with Underwood. Under pressure. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Direct snap. Turning it on. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. So a drive there of 82 yards. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. and 6 yards to go. Hawkins holds it in, and he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Handoff again, and he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jason, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. Wide receiver comes in motion. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there.
3rd down, I got this. I'll take this myself. He makes the read quickly. He calls his number. He has confidence in himself. Goes and gets the first down.
Straight ahead, it's Butler. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. 2nd and forever after the delay. Did they lose their play sheets? I mean, call a play already. Gives it. Sees a... Oh, it's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back's got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. The ride. To the 10. Touchdown, West Virginia. Excellent pass by the back on the option. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Throwing, Carr. He rifles one deep down the right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on 1st down.
Well, this passing attack was on fire last week. Quarterback threw multiple TDs, but they got brought back down to earth very quick in the first half of this game. So here they are now early in the 3rd quarter. They're trying to get some of that mojo back, taking a shot. I like the aggressiveness.
Looking to throw, it's Carr. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
You got to give this defense a ton of credit because they watched the film. They watched this offense go up and down the field. This QB throw multiple TDs their last game out. Didn't allow a TD pass in the first half. And here they are in the second half doing a nice job defending the deep ball.
Fires left. Another incompletion on third down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. To the air again, Carr. Going for the big play. He's got it and more than enough for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. This has been a complete obliteration so far, as the third quarter stats will show you. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They go back to work in the final period of this one. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Moving to his left. He throws one to the left. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll go out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they've got it right on the doorstep. Jump the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. They'll take the penalty and move them back. I guess an optimist could say it's still 1st and goal, and now you have a little more room to work with. Sends it back in motion. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Carr. Buying time to his right. Looking to the end zone. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Well, this defense has just had this QB's number all game long. We're here in the fourth quarter, and still he's not able to set up in the pocket. He gets flushed to the outside, nothing open, and it's an incompletion.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Did not get an inch. This defense digging in, and it's 4th and goal. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Wolverines. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Here in the second half of this game, you're trailing, David. No surprise there. You got to throw the ball to the guys that are making plays for you. He had already had a touchdown catch. That's number 2 now. And if they're going to get back in this game, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
Amen. I mean, keep finding him. He keeps making plays, keeps catching the football. And listen, when you find that matchup outside that works, that you can depend on, I don't blame quarterbacks for going back to them time and time again.
Here comes the Mountaineers offense to take the field and open this possession. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
Crosses the 30. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Mountaineers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. From the gun, it's Butler. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Leaves it with the back. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Working the ground game. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
Second down.
Just had a solid pickup on first. Now let's see what they've got on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Jackson gonna throw it. Stepping to the right. Fires on the move. Complete to the right. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. And the Mountaineers have it with a 1st and 10. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you. Right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Driving forward, it's Coleman. Got a little grass. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
Everything going the offense's way. They're trying to ice this game late. They've got a really nice lead, so you just want to run the ball, high percentage throws, and keep the chains moving, and they're doing that. This has been a beautiful drive to watch. Offense continues to stay in a nice rhythm here late.
A 1st down run on the doorstep. Max going for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on 2nd.
And after that 1st down gasher, they're close to the end zone. 2nd and goal coming. Quarterback keeper. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Number 3 with the carry.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Number 5 set to kick it away.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down after a good return, gets it out to the 31. One more play to pad the stats. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. He wants a big play here late. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going to end. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
and they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that good in your uni. Like when you look that good coming off the bus. Those dudes are good. This is a great team, and they proved it. Just